Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway here in London. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
I'm wondering.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
12.
Burrow on play action. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. You tighten up. Where's 52?
To throw, it's Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming up. Middle. No, check that.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Snags it for the pick.
And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss loss of 2 there. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a give right side. Chamberlain, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
12.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this out past the 25. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Gun. Got 11 Thomas. Hey, can.
Now it's Burrow. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Burrow on first down. Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now a give right side. Chamberlain, room to run past midfield. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And what a big-time play there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Stop.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got a man, it's his tight end, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He's going to air it out deep for Matthews.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the left. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
11 MT.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Allen. Bears this out for Matthews. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down at 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the air, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
56, 56.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and 3.
Let's go. Strong right. 3 down.
Allen. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, At any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
What is that? 42 the mic.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And it's 21-3.
Evan McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
55, Mike 55. Come on. You better quick. Half. 55. Right there in the middle.
Allen now looks to throw. Going deep here for Matthews. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown. A great effort there. An even 90 yards.
And the Black Knights are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
On 1, ready?
3 bud. Got double time.
Now a give, right side. Chamberlain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 180. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Chamberlain. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
161 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Bengals.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Knights 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they'll get him down up past the 15. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a give right side. Chamberlain. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And now the rookie's free. 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Black Knights 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they've got it up past the 35.